Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is me, the horror Mizamani G, trying to review the second film in this trilogy. It is The Strangers Chapter 2. Yes. Hmm.
Y'all ready for this?
Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is me, the horror Mizamani G. No, The Strangers Chapter 2 is a 2025 American horror film. It's directed by Renny Harlin. The screenplay was written by Alan Cohen and Alan Freeland. Now, the film stars Madeline Tesh, Gabriel Brassel, and Emma Horath. Now, in this film, after learning that one of their victims, Maya, is still alive, the three masked maniacs, Scarecrow, Pin-Up Girl, and Dollface, return to finish the job. Ooh. Now, I'm sure you remember how disappointed and upset I was with The Strangers Chapter 1, the first of a trilogy intended to be a relaunch of the original 2008 film. Now, as much as everyone, I'm pretty sure, loved the 2008 film and its sequel, The Strangers Pray at Night, those were actually pretty good films. And when we learned that they were actually going to relaunch this film, and it's like, why? And then we got that mess of a film last year. I mean, oh God, come on, guys, that was so terrible. Now, the film featuring Riverdale star Madeline Tesh and Troy Fitzgerald as Maya and Ryan, a young couple who, while staying overnight in an Airbnb cabin, are attacked by a trio of masked killers, Pinup Girl, Dollface, and Scarecrow. Now, I trashed the film because it was nothing more than a copy of the original 2008 film, and it didn't even bring anything new or different as well. That's because most of the events that took place in that film was the same thing that happened in the original 2008 film. They didn't add anything new or different. We just have a younger couple. The situation's a little bit different as Maya and Ryan were a happy couple. In the original film, the couple in that film, I think it was Lily Tyler and Scott Speakman, they were coming back from a marriage of some friends and they were in the middle of a separation. But this one is totally different. So that's really the only difference between the 2008 film and this film. Now, since I knew that there would be a second film, I was hoping the filmmakers would try their best to make up for the disaster that we saw for the first one. So, once again, action director Renny Harlin brings us the second installment for this horror trilogy, The Strangers Chapter 2. Now, after a cold opening, we pick up right where we left off from the first film, where Maya is recovering in the hospital after surviving the attack of the strangers, and then learning that her fiance or lover Ryan died from his injuries. Oh. Now, after learning that Maya survived their attack at the cabin, the strangers confront her in the hospital and killing anyone that gets in their way because we got to get her. So, can Maya survive long enough to finally put an end to this nightmare that is still happening to her? That's kind of what this film is about. Nothing more. So, you would think that Renny Harlin and the filmmaker tried to make this a better film after the negative reviews that the first film received, not from critics but horror fans alike. I don't even think anyone I know of actually liked the first film, but I'm pretty sure someone did. But you would actually believe that, hey, let's try to make this a little better film. Unfortunately, this one is just as bad or even worse than the first film was because, to be honest, nothing really happens in this film. I mean, Harlan doesn't add any kind of type of atmosphere here. It's just your standard. We have a creepy looking town with creepy looking locals that really don't add anything to the film other than, hey, look, there's a creepy guy over there. There's a creepy looking woman here. This is a creepy ass town. And that's it. I mean, there are so many goddamn logic gaps here. You could park a Mack truck through it, as I'm sure many people will be saying, wait a minute, how the that doesn't make any sense. How can that happen? She had that there, and how did that get here? Or wait a minute, she was here, and then 5 minutes later, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. I mean, whether it's the hospital scene or in the house, events that take place doesn't make any sense logic wise. It's beyond believable. It's worse than plot armor. I mean, there is even an attempt to provide a backstory for Pinup Girl as we get some flashback when she was a little girl, but it really doesn't add anything all to the film. I guess you're trying to flesh out some of her characters, could be the reason what made her the way she is now. But it really doesn't add anything to the film. There's no depth added on. They just stuck this in here just to stick it in here. I mean, the only saving grace in this film is the performance of Madeline Tash as she tries her best to add something to this mess, but she is hampered by the terrible script that Alan Cohen and Alan Freeman have given us here. It's just a very bland, terrible script. I mean, there is no character development from Maya or for any of the other side characters, as we know that they're simply fodder for the strangers to kill, and of course, we know they're not going to survive, and that's that. I mean, for the whole runtime, because this is about your standard 90-minute film. She spends her film running away from the strangers. She finds a place to hide. They find her again, and she runs away again. She finds another place to hide. They find her. She runs away and again. It's just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. There is no tension or suspense in this film at all, and at any time at all that I believe Maya was any danger whatsoever. You would think that you won't want to put her in some type of a danger where she could be killed, but we know that's going to happen to her because we know that's going to happen to her. Not the fact we know there's a third film, but you at least put some type of danger in her. And of course, the kills are just rather lackluster at best. There's no real imagination to them. You think you want to add some type of imagination to them. It's just your standard kills that we've seen before in other slasher films. There is a post-credit scene that takes place, and if it goes the route that I think they're going to go with, I bet the feeling that many horror fans will be very angry because it really doesn't make sense or story-wise. I'm not going to reveal what it is, but if you've seen the post-credit scene, you probably understand what I'm talking about. It doesn't make sense story-wise. So what we have here is another terrible horror film, as other than Madeline Tash performance, the film is rather dull and lackluster with a bland script, terrible acting, and a film that is just as bad or as worse than the first one was. I mean, I get the feeling that since these films were shot back to back to back, I think that's the reason why we're not going to get anything better in the third film, and I have a very distinct possibility that this film doesn't make any money in the box office. The third film is going to go straight to streaming, which I hope so, because both these films are terrible. So obviously, I'm going to give The Strangers Chapter 2 only one of the miser's bloody coins in this particular film because it's a very bland, terrible horror film. Like I said before, we only have one great performance by Madeline Tash. She's the only good thing about this particular film. There's nothing else good about this film. Like I said, we have lackluster killing, a bland script, terrible acting. It's just a continuation of what we saw in the first film. Bad, terrible, and it's definitely going to be my top 5 worst horror films of the year. So there you have it, horror fans. That is my video and review of The Strangers Chapter 2. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, like, and share. It really helps out with that YouTube algorithm. Have you seen The Strangers Chapter 2? What do you thought about it? Do you think it's just as bad as I thought it was? Leave your comments in the comment section below and tell you thought about the film. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put up new videos such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Money G, and always been a member of that Horror Rules. And I see you in my next video, y'all. Guys, stay safe out there.